Here I am. Woohoo! Welcome to Monday, or Tuesday if you're in the future. This is Leela and the Pie, and we are at the Leela-verse. The Leela chorus comes later. Today we're going to work on Circa Looper. It's pretty crazy. It goes kind of beyond any looper that I've ever seen. But we're not going to go, if you watch Jade Starr's tutorial of this, you'll know that OMG, it is a, very complicated app. So what we're going to do is we're going to play around with the multi-outs, and we're going to spend a lot of time taking the results and doing other stuff with them separate from the looper. And on the way, I'm sure we will learn plenty about the loop. Sweet. I see Jimmy Jazz is in the chat, and Robbie Stingle. And Kubrick Lover 1972. I don't see Thomas. I guess I'll have to find my link tree here. And it's right up there, by the way. Link tree. LT me. There we go. I'm not going to be putting in all these other things, but that's my link tree. If you want to chop on there, if you haven't already connected with me, if you want to give some special love to me via the, pay functions. Perfect. Anyway, I say let's get to work. Let's bring in my iPad, a cute little iPad Ilya, and we will go to work. Go into my corner. Boom. Here we are. Nice. Let's take a quick look at the App Store. We'll check out Circa. We're just going to go there and familiarize ourselves with the description here. So these are important things to know. It's not standalone. So if you don't have any AUV3 hosts, this is not for you. It's an AUV3 plugin, but there are so many: GarageBand, Logic, AUM, which is, of course, the best because I think it was designed with AUM in mind. Cubasis. It's multi-channel looping. It stacks loops on top of each other, as in, what's that called? Overdubbing. It speeds and slows things up. It has 6 independent loop layers. It has modulation control, syncing, built-in effects. You can kind of play on the fly, or you can sculpt, like deliberately, step by step. And you just push the loops far beyond the repetition. You can do rhythmic patterns, ambient soundscapes. It's all touchy fun. It says drag and drop audio export. I thought there was import, but we will definitely go into that. We'll definitely look at the audio export because that sounds fun. Does it come with Fruit Loops? Not a replacement for Enso. Yeah, tell me a little bit about Enso and what you do with Enso, Jim. That'd be interesting. So you can MIDI map the heck out of it. So it's inspired by digital loopers and tools like Boss RC505 and Monome Norns. So playful, precise, really cool. Each layer can sync. This is the part I love. Each layer can sync to the host. It can sync to a master loop, or it can just free run. They can be triggered in sync. They can be triggered by audio. They can trigger freely. Circa has 7 stereo outputs, including a dedicated Q output for monitoring and built-in reverb and delay. Add in a complete MIDI control system, and Circa's a full looping workstation. So you can destruct, you can record, you can erase. It can be a little unpredictable and crazy, but I'm pretty sure you can do cool stuff with it. Right. Cover by CQ. Welcome to the show. Hey, silly girl. You get one more serving. If you're watching the tap, she's tapped me 3 times in this. So that's 3 drinks of your coffee, soda, or no judgment here, whatever you want to drink. Live to Pi channel. There. Camp Gmail. Holla. Right. Let's head on over, right on over to AUM and get it ready. Let's see. Hang on a second. Let's try. I tried this MIDI out thing. I wonder if when we unloaded the state, it got rid of all my audio. Oh, I need to. Boop. Oh, that's not what I want. It's not loading Launchpad because I forgot to open it. So this is what I was doing earlier. I was loading up Launchpad loops and all kinds of crazy stuff. Oop, yep, everything's still here. So I'm just going to hit play, see what happens. So I just hit the all play button right up here, and you can also all stop. And so see, do you hear that, this long tail? That's because I've got Weeping Wall. Weeping Wall is just gonna kind of shoop endlessly. Anyway, that's just beautiful. See, look, we did this crazy thing, but I'm just gonna go back and nope, we're gonna clear that. I'm sorry that my mod man's not here. You have Enso, but you haven't played with it yet. So how do you know it's not a substitute? All right, first off, you click, you get an audio. All right, so this is what we do. This is how this all starts. So you would think that you would put that in the top, but if you search, whoops, no, silly girl. See, if I type type SCIR for Circa, in the search results you see it's not an instrument. That's why it is an effect. But you don't have to put anything in your top, like you can just go jump right in here and we'll just pull down from the top. Pulling down from the top covers your search bar. Now we'll search for Circa Looper, CIR. There it is. Boom. And then what happens is that you use your instrument plugin to put stuff in. Let's add a Launchpad because that gives us some big full loops and it allows us to do this over and over again. But before we go too crazy, we're going to want to set up our multi-outs. So let's do that. Let's go plus audio. Or plus audio. We'll just set up several of them. Let's get 6 of them total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's get 6. Hey, Gary Hobbs. What's up? What's the weather like in the USA? It's very hot here, my dear. So here's where the craziness comes in. So once again, you can't get this in your top line, but right in here, channel 2, let's set up our multi-bus audio unit instances. There we go. So now, as you can see, it's number 2. Now this one is number 3. That one is number 4. Here's number 5. And guess what's coming up next? It's number 6. Boom. So we've got these six outputs. And I don't know, let's see. we should just record stuff. Let's just quickly record something silly into each layer just for fun. We'll get rid of them later. So what we want is we're going to have, this is right here next to your loops. I know this is really confusing, right? So, but each loop is a circle. 3, 4, 5, 6. There you go. Each loop is a circle. And then this is your stop. This is your arm track. So it does two different things. Watch. So if I put this on plus and I arm the track, well, it does the same thing. And then until you, let's see, audio, let's put we're not triggering it by the audio. We want to trigger it with sync, so it syncs up. Right on. Now, it's ready to record, so let's open this. And we'll just open what's there. And now I'm going to play something, and you're going to see what happens. Let's throw in a... Hey, it didn't record. Woohoo! But it will. Hang on, we got to make sure our input source, main input, it doesn't need a trigger level. All right. Let's do this again. Oh yeah, it has to be, let's see, let's go. There it goes. But it didn't stop. Make it stop. All right, now we'll just move this back. This is the end bar. Now we'll play it. Now let's go to the second layer. Now we'll use a pad. Whoops, once again, I didn't arm it. Silly girl. Go back. It's all right. Let's do it again. Now we should have something. There we go. Now play. But you notice that everything is coming out. This is giving me 5. Is it hot? There's one thing, let's see. I'm going to go into the envelope for this one. I'm just going to kick up the envelope a little bit just to kind of make it smooth over. Now you see, like I said, it's all coming out the one thing. See, what we have to do in order to turn on into the things is we need to grab right down here on the bottom. There's modulation, effects, levels. So levels is what we want. There we go. Now see, right in here, there's delay send, reverb send, panning, output and levels. So output is where we go. So let's go to this second loop and we'll put it to out 2. Now we go back and check this out. Solo this. So if we want to go back here, now we're gonna let's Now we've set it so it's quantized, which is to the left here. So if it's quantized, it's going to go it's going to be in scale, in octave, and in time with the other one. So that sounds pretty cool. Let's unsolo that. There we go. We've already fixed something. Now let's record something into this third thing. Let's get our third one. We arm the track right there. And we're set the trigger to sync. Hey Jenny, what are you doing here, lady? All right, now we're gonna grab one more thing out of here. Let's grab like an ARP or something. Or maybe this bass. There's no limit to how long of things you can record into here now. Now, you stop, and you have to tick this into where your music is. Boom, 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 boom. Now play. Did you notice it started in the middle? Let's hit this envelope a little. Just so it doesn't like sound ticky at the beginning. So now we haven't set this, so let's set this to out 3. Now look, this is coming in 3. Now we hear this one's loud, so we can just originally just turn this level down. But now here's where the fun comes in. We'll make another one. Let's see, we've got 3 channels. Let's make something else. So what we need to do is come back in. We come to our next dot. It'd be easier if you see, part of it is because I'm using, part of the reason that it's not as, is because I'm using this blah, blah, blah here. I'm using a inter-app audio. All right, let's get a kick. Coming back in. Whoops, again, forgot to. Remember, everyone. Coming back in. Oh, see, there it is. Right? I know. So see, now we've got everything. We've got these. Now we'll send this to 4. We'll send it to 4. Grabbing there. So back we're on levels. Come to number 4. Let's play with these envelopes again. Now what happens if we take this beat and half it? Yeah, right? Now you have a half-speed kick. So what we could take now let's throw this. Did we get this 4 on out 4? So now we've got this out 4. So let's solo that. Let's add our first effect. Let's go with GR effects. And then we're going to pick a rhythmic. That sounds like a drat. I just used like a drum. I just took the drum and made it more drummy. So it's called Drum Me. Let's try Drum Me Low. Yeah, that's nice. It's like all crunchy. Let's add something else. Let's go to 5. This time we're remembering to put on our, that's right, this time we'll use our recording envelope with a little bit more milliseconds right there. That way it'll be easier to pop over it. Okay, now here we go. We're going back in here. Let's use this. Now this is just like a scream. But see, we're gonna leave a long tail so it doesn't keep going. Hey, Dynamite, hey. All right, let's send this one out to so here we are again. Once we are, remember, I'm gonna show this again in case you missed it. It usually is sitting in effects like this. She's going crazy. Yeah, so we're getting a little bit of this. Ow! So it's levels. Now let's hit number 5. Out 5. Now we've got this. We'll let it go. There we go. So now what we're going to want on here, let's put something crazy on here now. Let's put like a space fields. We'll wait for it to go. Now we go back. Now let's play it backwards. It's going to make a really cool noise. Right? All right, then we can stop this one. But now we come in here. All right, for channel 6, we're going to change. We're going to get rid of this. We're going to replace it. Hey, honey. No more food. No more food, sweetie. You can't be in my lap either because I'm using my... Oh, here we go. Microphone. Now we're going to do something trippy with singing. I got to plug this in. Ugh. How do I keep track of so many apps and their functions? I don't know. And if you want to really F with it, you know, so okay, here we go. That it's all plugged in. Tick, 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 tick. All right. Now we're going to use a hardware input. So it's not recording, so nothing's happening. Right? So all we need to do then is before we have to add, I am going to add a humanoid, just like, because that's going to sound cool as F. First we got to go check, I'm pretty sure we were in A minor. We'll find out. So right here, when we're in humanoid, there's A minor. A sorceress. Yes, that's it.
Hey, sorceress in the house.
Let's get Medusa in there too. Medusa. Now the important part is we have to put these ahead. There we go. Now, let's go to our last looper. Let's turn this on. Now let's do it backwards. All right, now let's send that. It's just crazy, right? We need to send this over quickly. Okay, main, out 6. Here we go. And now we're gonna add something on 6 to do something crazy. Let's use another one of their apps called Other Desert Cities. This is like a crazy... It sounds so crazy, right? So now let's do some overdubbing. You're right, we should add a little sound box, right? Let's replace this with some sound box. Whoops. Here we go. Oh yeah, let's add something else on here. Let's add replicant. Let's give it some... Now it just basically sounds like some kind of, I don't even know what. Let's hear this one. This one needs some smoothing out. Let's see what we can do to this. Let's get something that's kind of, this is GR effects. Let's get harmonic. Let's try ambient. Oscillating shimmer. All right, now we're going back. Now we're gonna have to find something to overdub here. Let's go back to overdub layer. And let's change this to overdub. This as plus. Now we've got a plus in here. So first let's hook something up to we'll need to hook up our keyboard, and now we need to find a cool sound. Let's solo one here. Let's find something that sounds really nice and clean, guitar and plucked. Let's see. Ooh, I like that. Zorro is back. Let's go there. Right on. Now we got to come back in here. We got to go, we're on 1. We tap that, and now when we play, it's gonna, something comes in. Hugh Caldwell. See? So now we can pop these out. Let's pop out Medusa. Let's pop out. Let's get rid of these. Remove slot. Remove slot. But again, you could throw something on here. Let's see if we can throw. Let's throw something on here that might be nice. Ooh, you know what would be fun? Like a sculpture. Or maybe like a ridge walk. Now it's kind of beating, popping all over itself. It's kind of weird to do it with the drum beat, but what the hell. Let's move this to wandering. Let's keep the dry up high and keep the wet not up as high. I don't know if I like that. So watch this. So if I hit the undo, where's my undo? Where's my undo? Is this undo? Ooh, let's hang on a second. Let's go into our settings. Oops, where's our settings? Is this our settings? Master settings. I saw those before. See? Oh, see, this is the backwards. This is the undo button right here I had my hands on. Now it's not playing that anymore. So now let's look for let's go to a different one now. Oh, by the way, watch this. You can also solo in here. Where's our solo? No. Oh, I think that's somewhere else. Hang on. So there's now go speeds. No, there's settings right there. So this gives you a chance to scribble, write something down. Sounds like we're getting ready for a song premiere, right? Okay, you save your audio datas in presets and session. That's what I want, yes. Display tooltips when hovering over controls. Play animation on mixer effects and mount render glows and drop shadows. Right on. So, okay, now we have positions. See, this is what's going on here. So, touching that right there, you can hit your envelope. You can cut it into slices. Let's cut our drums into slices. Cut it into a bunch of slices. Now, if you just hit it'll just go back to the place. Mixing it up. Tap, tap, tap. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Where is that? Speeds? Quantum. So here's where your speeds are. And you can change the recording settings and all that there. Yeah, let's record over this. Let's record some. Again. There we go. Now it's ready for noise. There we go. So underneath, so above, we're going to add something. We want to add a little bit of reverb already to this. Yes, you can. You can merge. Merge. Let's get let's do Stellar Vox. And then you move Stellar Vox. What you do is you pull it and then drag it. So now we just let's pick a nice random thing. And then we're going to go back and wow. Let's go back and look at, we drop this. See, there it is. It's in there. So we can make this slower. We can make it go backwards. Let's make it go backwards at the same speed it's going now. Just turned right there. Hey, Zach Thong. Turned it into slices. Watch. Where's that? Come on. The slice is supposed to... It's really hot in my house. Woo! Kind of supposed to make your... So now you have two things. Your phone battery's dying? That sounds really cool. Let's go. Now let's take our dry down. There we go. Now we have more like our slow. Where's that kick drum? Let's find our kick drum. That's this third thing, I think. Yeah. Nah, this is it. So that's our kick is in 3. No, it's not. That sounds good. So this is really quiet. Let's go back in here. Let's check out 2. Or is that 3? Yeah, this is this. So in here, you can turn up your level, or you could come in and mess with the effects. Let's go to the levels. This is number 3. Let's go delay send, reverb send. There, now we've got way more reverb, but we just need more level of this. It's just quiet. I like it down. So see, because it's so low, we don't want to re-record it. So what we're going to need here is we'll need a Medusa. That'll fix things. There's that bass now. I thunked it in Hype Enhancer. All right, let's go back to this. Since we have a decent enough drum, let's go back to layer 1. Let's go back to solo it. Let's take out this. See? I'm hitting it. I'm hitting the different slices. Perfect. So this one. Ooh, you know what might work? Okay, let's. Let's try some Punch Lab on here. There we go. Let's put something else in here. Let's put something fun in there. Let's once again, we're gonna use something. Let's use a pad here in pads. Pisura. Ooh, that sounds really cool. All right. So we're gonna record in. Get this ready. We're gonna put this on plain record. Or actually, let's X. Oops, see there, we got rid of it. That changes everything. But you could also, so let's undo that. There, it's back. Now let's go into edit. Oh yeah, you have to, let's see. Yep. Just deleted it. Ha ha. Hey, Sean Chandler. But instead, we're going to get rid of it. But now it's the same length, as you can see, so it's still split up into the same amount, which is kind of cool. Let's see if we can keep this let's keep this so that we can kind of see it when we're playing. Let's get our keyboard back. Make sure, there we go. See, now we've got this. We could play this backwards. It's not very loud, so. Now we're gonna throw in, now we're gonna throw in, because all that was in there before is that old drum. Now we're just gonna keep levels of the drum in, and they're just gonna kind of go back to the back. Now we'll just, there we go. I just set the hold time down so it'll sort of fade out. But see, you can actually do something even crazier here. Now let's add in a MIDI. And let's add a Waymaker. Now connect to Ridgewalk. Now watch this. Now my loopers, let's go back. Let's go adjust our loopers. So if we tap loopers, we have 7 loopers now. And now we're going to change the pitch on our loopers with Waymaker. So you tap this looper settings, reverse. Let's reverse one. Let's reverse every other one. There we go. Let's add a little glide. Like 20 milliseconds. So now one of them is a 5th down. One of them is a +7. This one is at 0. This one is down 12. This one is up 12. This is down 17. And this one's at 0 again. So now you get this weird shimmer. Sounds wild, doesn't it? Woohoo! Let's see if there's anything else fun we can do. We've got a few more minutes left. You can stop playing this. Let's go to the second one, stop it. So you could see how this might work with a. So all we've got is this, is the space fields kind of running. Now let's just turn them on one at a time. There we are. See, so now it's like starting. So you could start pulling your drums in and out. You can just, hey, Mark's GAS Station, Dwight Bailey. Nice to see you, gentlemen. All right, now let's go back to this one, which wasn't actually playing, but let's play it. Whoops. Now let's see how long this scream is. Now I'll turn it back off. Now we go to the next one, turn it on. There's our drums. There's some bass. Let's isolate this layer. Is this it? No, that's this one. Let's open that up again. See, I'm just touching, hitting. If I make the slices, we have tons of slices. You could sort of make a melody. Hey, Kenneth, what's up? Love this. Anyway, now let's turn this one on. Sounds kind of wild, huh? See all the looping and zipping and no dry sound, just wet sound. You can hear all the make them fade longer. Just beautiful. Let's see. Let me check my little list and make sure oh yes. We're gonna do some we'll open this up to samples and we'll see if this works. We'll put this slide over AUM. Now let's see if we just jump into our Circa looper. Now we grab, we grab the circle. Well, I don't see it. I think that might be a thing from, but you can drag them on other loopers for sure. Let's drag one of these on here. Let's see, let's go to this. Let's see, I see speeds. Let's pick one of the slow moving layers and turn it into a fast moving layer. Let's take 5. We'll just drag, nah, I don't want that one. Let's drag one that's got something in it. There we go. We'll drag that one onto 5. See, there it is, it's already there. Now we're back. Now I'm playing something. Now I'm playing it forward. Sweet! All right. Sounds cool, ambient, and wicked. Now I'm gonna hit the off transport. And then we're gonna hit all stop. And then things like the things that are still playing are space fields. So let's see, let's take our loopers. And then our buffer. Whoops, where is it? Loopers. Boom. And then you just kind of take that out. And then you take out space fields because it'll never be done. And now I'm going to say goodbye to you with my face, and we're going to head on over to Jade's. I've already got a redirect set, so no worries, my friends. Let's go to face cam. Face cam. Boom. All right. Well, hopefully, if you didn't learn anything, you were wildly entertained. And if you weren't wildly entertained, hopefully you were mildly entertained. So I don't have the rest of my shows set up for this week, but as always, Tuesday I do learning and graphics design and art things. Wednesday I do an acoustic live performance, and Friday night I do a midnight chill jam session. Right on, my friends. Let's see. That's everything then. I will see you on over at Jade's. Don't need to click, just stay in the chat. Keep your hands inside the ride, and you will be moved right on over to her when I am done. Perfect. All right then. So, biggest love, everybody, and all the peace that you can carry. Ciao.